Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tera Vanachari Jamuna Tera Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tera Vanachari Jamuna Tera Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ISKCON BBD founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। श्री श्री राधा माधव वस्त्र सखीविंद्र श्री मायापुर चंद्र की। श्री श्री पंचतत्व की। श्री नृसिंहदेव प्रहलाद महाराज की। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। समवेत गौर भक्तबिंद की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति पदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतिष्ये नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंध जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 11, Chapter is titled Calculation of Time from the Atom. Text number 3 and 4. Text 4 is on the board. So I'll read the text number 3 and translation. Then we'll chant together, recite together text number 4. Text 3. Evam kalopi anumito sukshame sthole cha sattama sangsthana bhuktya bhagavan avyakta vyakta bhugvibhu. Translation. One can estimate time by measuring the movement of the atomic combination of bodies. Time is the potency of the Almighty Personality of Godhead Hari, who controls all physical movement, although he is not visible in the physical world. Text number 4. We'll recite together. Sakalo Puramanurvai Sakalo Paramanurvai Jo Bhungte Paramanutam Sato Vishesho Bhugjastu Sakalo Paramo Mahan Sakalo Paramanurvai Jo Bhungte Paramanutam Sato Vishesho Bhugjastu Sakalo Paramo Mahan Sakalo Paramanurvai Yo bhungte paramanutam Sato vishesho bhugjastu Sakalo paramo mahan. Vaishnavis. Sha, that. Kalaha, eternal time. Parama anu, atomic. Vai, certainly. Ya, which. Bhungte, passes through. Parama anutam, the space of an atom. Sataha, of the entire aggregate. Abhisheshabhuk, passing through the non-dual exhibition. Yatu, which, Sa, that, Kalaha, time, Paramaha, the supreme, Mahan, the great. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Atomic time is measured according to its covering a particular atomic space. That time which covers the unmanifest aggregate of atoms is called the great time. Purport. Time and space are two correlative terms. Time is measured in terms of its covering a certain space of atoms. Standard time is calculated in terms of the movement of the sun. The time covered by the sun in passing over an atom is calculated as atomic time. The greatest time of all covers the entire existence of the non-dual manifestation, rotate and cover space, and space is calculated in terms of atoms. Each planet has its particular orbit for rotating, in which it moves without deviation, and similarly, the sun has its orbit. The complete calculation of the time of creation, maintenance and dissolution, measured in terms of the circulation of the total planetary systems until the end of creation, is known as the supreme Kala. Mukam karati vachalam panghulanghaite giring yatkripatamaham vande Sri Gurung Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishtaram. Hare Krishna. So very interesting section of Srimad Bhagavatam, and this verse talks about time, how time works in this material world. So time has three aspects in this material world: past, present and future. But if we analyze carefully, there is no present in the material world. The present is like a fraction of a moment that transforms the future into past. And ultimately, the time manifests in its ultimate form, that is the form of death, annihilation. Everything in this world is annihilated, including our body. So body is annihilated, each and every universe is annihilated, and whole material cosmos is annihilated. So there are resolutions at different levels. And time plays that role to annihilate every aspect of material existence. That's why Krishna declares in Bhagavad Gita, everything is temporary in this world. That's why this world is the world of anxiety and world of miseries. The conditioned souls are in anxiety. Why? Because they don't know what's going to happen in the future. They cannot see things. But Krishna can see the past, present and future. The cause of our anxiety is ignorance. Ignorance means we cannot see things properly. And how to be free from anxiety? That is the lesson we should learn in the human form of life. We don't have to try for anxiety. And anxiety is the integral part of our life. It will be always there. It is known as chinta, anxiety. And chinta ends with chita, funeral pyre. Chinta and Chitta. This is a cycle. And it continues since time immemorial. And these two things have common service. They are very friendly. They render similar services to all the living entities in this material world. What they do? They burn. Anxiety burns and funeral pyre also burns. Chitta and Chinta both burn. Chitta burns the dead body and Chinta burns the living body. Chinta and Chitta are the integral part. Chitta burns the dead body once and Chinta burns the living body constantly. Constant companion. What is better? People think Chitta is better one time. But they don't understand after Chitta again Chinta. And modern days people are in too much anxiety. Too much anxiety. And I was seeing on video, it is said in most of the countries, people are feeling loneliness. Loneliness is the killer. And when we are lonely, we will be always in anxiety. And that's why suicide rate is increasing very significantly because of this anxiety. So how to be free from anxiety? Simple process is given by Krishna. In order to be free from Chinta of this world, we have to have the Chinta of Krishna. When we think of Krishna, then what will happen? Material Chinta or anxiety will go away. And who can remember Krishna? Who is fully surrendered to Krishna. He can remember Krishna constantly. The symptom of a pure devotee is he is remembering Krishna all the time, 24 hours a day. So constantly and regularly. Prabhupada uses these two words very wonderfully. As a practicing devotee, we have to regularly hear and chant the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prabhupada said, who is a pure devotee? Who is engaged 24 hours a day in hearing and chanting the holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. So symptom of a pure devotee is constant remembrance of Krishna. There is no confusion about that. We don't have to speculate. It's very simple. Simple way to understand that we have achieved perfection is that we are able to remember Krishna 24 hours a day, constantly. But that is the perfectional stage. But as a practicing devotee, what we should do? We should hear and chant regularly. But people interpret regularly also in different ways. Some people say, I am very regular in hearing and chanting. I come every Janmashtami. I am very regular. Once in a year, I attend Janmashtami festival and hear and chant. Some people say, I come on every Ekadasi. That is also regular. Some people say, I come on every Sunday. I never miss any Sunday. But that is not the real meaning of regular. Regular means at least daily. That's why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nityam means constantly, but for a practicing devotee it should be regularly. That's why Srila Prabhupada has introduced a system of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam every day, all over the world. Same system. Now daily, then how many hours a day daily? That is another question. Is 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours? How many hours every day? That is another question. So while Srila when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Jagannath Puri, he used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam daily, regularly. How many hours? 3 hours. Gadadhar Pandit used to speak Srimad Bhagavatam at least 3 hours every day in Tota Gopinath temple. When Raghunath Das Goswami was there at the bank of Radha Kund, he used to narrate the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day, regularly. How many hours? 3 hours. And I heard when Prabhupada started this ISKCON movement in New York City, he used to chant the holy name of the Lord under the tree in Thompson Square Park. For how long? 3 hours. I think 3 hours is a magic figure. It's very, very powerful. Practicing something for 3 hours. That's why Prabhupada is a genius acharya. That's why he has introduced these 3 hours in a very interesting way. 2 hours for chanting of the holy name and 1 hour hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. That should be minimum. It's not maximum. Some people say, oh, we have to chant 16 rounds, we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam 1 hour daily. But they don't say maximum or minimum. But some people say it's maximum. Maximum 16 rounds. If you chant more than 16, they think it's an offense. 11 offense to the holy name of the Lord. But this standard is a minimum standard, it's not a maximum standard. Because Prabhupada knew what we can do, and Prabhupada also knew what we cannot do. Prabhupada had the idea that people should chant 64 rounds. By hearing that, devotees are very much in anxiety. How to do that? Then Prabhupada said, okay, 32. Then said, no, okay, minimum 16. And rest of the time should be actively engaged in devotional service. So, this is called regular. So, as a sadhaka, sincere sadhaka should practice sincerely. And what is the symptom of sincerity? Doing things regularly. And what is the meaning of regularly? Daily. And also with minimum number of hours. So then what will happen? Sadhana bhakti theke hoy rotir uday, roti garo hoile tare prem naam koy. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, if we sincerely practice sadhana bhakti theke hoy rotir uday. We develop attraction for Krishna, and that attraction will mature into pure love of Krishna. That is the process. Sadhana, then siddhi. Process to attain siddhi is sadhana bhakti. So today, because the topic is time, I was thinking that we should talk something who is beyond time. So Krishna is beyond time. And Vrindavan is also beyond time. In the spiritual world, time does not act. Everything is ever present in the spiritual world. So Rupa Goswami explains that superior to Vaikuntha is Mathura. Superior to Mathura is Vrindavan. Superior to Vrindavan is Govardhan. And superior to Govardhan is Radhakund. So Rupa Goswami wonderfully explains. So why Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha? I will try to analyze from rasa point of view. So in Vaikuntha, devotees can serve Krishna or the Supreme Lord in 2.5 rasas. We know that Krishna can be served in 5 primary rasas. Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vasalya and Madhurya, neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood and conjugal. In Vaikuntha, the primary rasa is Dasya. But along with that, Santa is also there and half Sakhya. Why half Sakhya? Because the friends of Lord Vishnu are not so close friends. Because Lord is the Almighty. Lord is great. Lord is unlimited. Devotees are limited, tiny, insignificant. That's why friendship cannot be so intimate. They can maximum do is doing handshake with Lord Narayan. Not more than that. That's why it is known as half Sakhya. But in Mathura, the devotees serve Krishna in 5 different rasas. And in Vrindavan also, devotees serve Krishna in 5 different rasas. Then why Vrindavan is superior to Mathura? In Mathura, the relationship between Krishna and his devotees is based on the principle of awe and reverence. But relationship of devotees of Vrindavan with Krishna is very, very sweet. So what is the meaning of sweetness? It is the sweetness of Rasmalai. What kind of sweetness is this? Sweetness means intimacy of relationship. When you have formal position, relationship cannot be intimate. It will be official, formal relationship. In Vaikuntha, also in Mathura, relationship is formal. Mother Devaki knows Krishna is my son. At the same time, she also knows very well Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Let's see what happens in Vrindavan. What to talk about accepting Krishna as God, Mother Jashoda cannot think, is beyond his thinking, that Krishna is God. Impossible for her to understand. Rupa Goswami explains, Mother Jashoda is talking to a friend and telling different aspects of Vrindavan. She is explaining to her friend that myself and Nanda Maharaj did worship Lord Vishnu very wonderfully. And because of the mercy of Lord Vishnu, Krishna is always protected from the attacks of all the demons. That is Mother Jashoda's understanding. Who uprooted the Arjuna trees? The storm, tornado, uprooted the Arjuna trees of Vrindavan. Who lifted Govardhan hill? We all know Krishna lifted with the small finger of the left hand. Mother Jashoda cannot think that. Said, how Krishna Balaram can lift Govardhan hill? It's Nanda Maharaj who lifted Govardhan hill. So this is the understanding of Mother Jashoda. So on the day Mother Jashoda bound Krishna, that happened day before yesterday. Diwali day is the day of that pastime. So on that day, Balaram was not there. Generally when Krishna performs special pastimes, he arranges in such a way that Balaram is not there. So on that day also Balaram was not there, Mother Rohini also was not there. So all of you know that Mother Jashoda tried to bind Krishna, and that process began early in the morning, and she could succeed to bind Krishna in the evening. Whole day the endeavor was continuing. And in the evening, when Krishna was bound, Balaram came. And immediately Krishna lodged the complaint that see my situation. Krishna is explaining to Balaram. In your kingdom, this is my situation. And you can think what is the situation of other people. He said, do something, Dauji Bhaiya, do something. But he never revealed who did that. So Balaram became very angry. That is his normal reaction. He becomes angry very quickly. So he became very angry and he started shouting, who has done this? Who has done this? How dare he could do it? And Mother Jasoda was hearing from a distance. And she said, I have done it. Do you have any problem with that? As soon as Balaram heard this, his enthusiasm went down. But to show something to Krishna, he started talking. He said, do you know who is Krishna? Mother Jasoda told, okay, please tell me who is Krishna. Then he started giving lecture about the supremacy of Krishna from different scriptures. The Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the cause of all causes, he knows everything, he knows past, present, future. Whatever verses are available, he started telling. Oh, Krishna is God, Mother Jasoda responded. Then who are you? He said, you don't know who am I? I am Balaram, I am a Sankarshan, I am Ananta. Also he started explaining about himself. Then Mother Jasoda started telling, oh, Krishna is God, you are also God. So I think gods do not have any other place than my house to take birth. Then Mother Jasoda took a stick in her hand. And by seeing the stick, Balaram ran away out of fear. And told Krishna, I told you that you can do anything outside of this house I can manage. But anything in this house I cannot manage. So you be bound like this. Thank you very much. So this is the situation of Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is very, very sweet place because of the intimacy, because there is no God in Vrindavan. If God will be there, intimacy cannot be there. We have formal relationship. That's why Krishna engages Yogamaya potency, and by the arrangement of Yogamaya, Krishna forgets he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by the arrangement of Yogamaya, residents of Vrindavan, they also forget Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Vrindavan is Krishna's home. There is no official designations. All family relationships. That's why it is very, very sweet and very, very intimate. And on that principle, Vrindavan is superior to Mathura. So this month is the month of Vatsalya Ras primarily because we celebrate Mother Jasoda. So Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu explains 9 topmost devotees in Vatsalya Ras. It is very, very important for us to know this. It is in the later section of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, where parenthood has been explained by Rupa Goswami, and he lists 9 top devotees in Vatsalya Ras. Who is number 1 will come down from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. So you try to remember, those who know, it's a good time to revisit our understanding, and those who do not know, it's a good information for us. So number 1, who is number 1? Mother Jasoda. Who is number 2? Nanda Maharaj. Who is number 3? Rohini. Who is number 4? All the elderly gopis whose sons were kidnapped by Brahma. So top 4, all of them are from Vrindavan. Who is number 5? Devaki. Who is number 6? other wives of Vasudeva. Vasudeva had 18 wives. Then, who is number 7? Kunti Devi. Who is number 8? Vasudeva. And who is number 9? Sandipani Muni. So, out of this 9, 3 are male. Rest of them are females. In the spiritual world, topmost position is given to the ladies. So, mother is more affectionate than the father according to this list. So, Mother Jasoda is more intimate to Krishna than Nanda Maharaj. And that is natural, we see in this world also. Mothers are more affectionate, especially to the sons. Sons are very attached to the mother. So motherly affection is a very, very wonderful affection. Prabhupada said, there is no love in this world, but we can have a glimpse of that love in this material world. And what is that? Mother's love for her child. So Mother Jasoda is the topmost devotee in the whole creation in Vatsalya Rasa. And Krishna wants to establish that through this pastime. So Krishna has unlimited qualities, but he has the primary quality, that is Bhritya Vasyata. He is controlled by his devotees. And because of that, Krishna is very, very sweet in Vrindavan. Almighty God is very nice to say, very nice to understand, but sweetness of Krishna is far beyond this principle. Krishna feels very proud. Krishna feels really wonderful when he is bound by the love of his devotees. So in this pastime, Krishna rejects many qualities of the absolute truth to establish his primary quality of Bhritya Vasyata. He is controlled by his devotees. So Krishna is showing that, because time is limited, I will not go into the details of the pastime. All of you know very well. But I will begin with the first 1-2 verses, and then we will go to the binding aspect of Krishna, where we can learn so many lessons. So Sukadeva Goswami explains, on that day, which day? Ekada grihadasishu jasodananda gehini karmantara nijuktasu nirmamanta sayang dadhi jani jani yo gitani tadbala charitani cha dadi nirmantana kale smaranti tanna gayata. These are the 2 introductory verses of the chapter 9 of Canto 10, describing Mother Jasoda binds Lord Krishna. Ekada means one day. Which day? The day of Diwali. On that day, Mother Jasoda was churning the yogurt. And she was churning during early morning hours, Mangal Arati time. So our devotional service should begin during Mangal Arati time. That's why Prabhupada has introduced Mangal Arati. Mangal Arati is also there in the spiritual world. So in order to enter into that aspect of the spiritual world, we have to practice now. So getting up for Mangal Arati is very, very important principle of sadhana bhakti. And Mother Jasoda engaged her body mind and words in the service of Krishna. She was singing, she was hearing, she was playing instruments, she was offering services, and she was also remembering different pastimes of Krishna. So in that way, her body, mind and words were engaged in the service of the Lord. Perfect devotee. And she was using everything first class, top quality. Mother Jashoda was churning the butter, and that butter was made from the milk of the best cows of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj had 900,000 cows. And out of that, few cows were very, very special. Padma Gandha. The fragrance of the milk of those cows was like lotus. Beautiful fragrance. Padma Gandha. And the grass which were given to these cows also fragrant like milk. Special. Top quality. So top quality cow, top quality grass, top quality milk. And also yogurt, out of all the yogurt, from this milk, the top quality, the best of that was used to churn into butter. Lesson to be learned, we should offer best things to Krishna. And she was doing the devotional service during the best hours of the day. So morning hours are the best hours for rendering devotional service to Krishna. So Mother Jashoda was doing that. So generally people say, oh, we should serve Krishna at old age. But old age is not the best age to serve Krishna. What is the best age? Age 16. Because Krishna's eternal age is 16. Krishna is very, very particular in choosing everything best. So when he chooses his age also, that is the best age. Nava Jovana. Because Kaishara ends at the age of 15, then Jovana begins at the age of 16. That's why Krishna chooses his age very carefully and very wonderfully. So young age is the best age to serve Krishna. Lesson to be learned from this principle. Best. And whatever best we have should be offered to Krishna. It's not like that, oh, whatever we cannot use, give it to Krishna. It's not the process. Many years back, one gentleman came to meet me in the office in Mayapur, and he told me that I have two sons. One son is doing wonderful. He is doing engineering in some prominent engineering college, but my other son is not so good in studies. I am thinking to give that son to you. Keep him in your ashram. People think those are useless, they join the ashram. And they become surprised and shocked when the qualified boys join the ashram. But most qualified people should become the Brahmana, the sadhus. The sadhus should be the most intelligent people of the society. The Brahmana, they are top class. Why? Because they are the most intelligent person, not because of birth. But nowadays, the intelligent people don't accept the profession of teaching. Those who do not get any job, they go for teaching. Why? Teaching does not give you much money, but other jobs give you money. So in Kali Yuga, money is the success formula. Whoever earns most money, he is most respected, and whoever earns most money, he thinks he is the most successful person. Right? But in Vedic system, completely opposite principle is established. Who is most respected? Who does not have any money. Brahmanas. Prabhupada said Brahmana is a beggar. Brahmana is always a beggar. Even if he gets 1 lakh rupees, that time 1 lakh is a big figure, big amount. Prabhupada says, even if someone gets 1 lakh rupees, he is a beggar. Why? Because he immediately engages that 1 lakh rupees in the service of the Lord. He does not keep any money with him. Srila Prabhupada was counting money in Vrindavan. So 2 VIPs came to meet him and secretaries told, wait, because Prabhupada was counting money. So after counting was over, Prabhupada called his secretaries and he told, this money is for Bombay project, this money is for Mayapur project, and this is for Vrindavan project. All money gone. This is the symptom of a Brahmana. He does not keep anything for himself. And that's why he is highly respected in the society. But in Kali Yuga, who is most respected? Who has most money. So coming back to the point, the best thing should be offered to the Lord, and Mother Jasoda was doing that. And then the process started. You know, Krishna stole butter, distributed to the monkeys, and Mother Jasoda thought, today I should bind Krishna to punish him. So Mother Jasoda saw the grinding mortar and thought this is the best thing with which Krishna should be bound. So Krishna, how old was he when this pastime took place? 3 years old. Small boy. How long the rope should be to bind him? I think Prabhupada mentioned 2 feet. 2 feet rope is enough to bind Krishna. So Mother Jasoda took the ribbon from her hair, started the process of binding Krishna. When she tried first time, she saw that rope was 2 fingers short. She took another, again 2 fingers. Then another rope, same 2 fingers short. Journey continues, but 2 fingers remain the same. Inconceivable to understand. I think whatever ropes were available, everything was used. Still, 2 fingers remain the same. So our acharyas are explaining, Krishna is Vibhu, he is unlimited. And he has Vibhuti Sakti. So Krishna thought, I don't want to be bound, I want to play. Why I should be bound? Because Krishna desired not to be bound, and Vibhuti Shakti was not allowing Mother Jasoda to bind. But Krishna has another primary energy, that is Kripa Shakti. Kripa Shakti was thinking Krishna should be bound. So debate was going on between different Vibhuti Shakti and Kripa Shakti. Debate was going on, like debate in the court. So in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, the debate was going on between different Vibhuti Shaktis and Kripa Shakti. So Kripa Shakti was giving a lot of arguments and defeating one by one the different Vibhuti Shaktis. And that whole argument took long time, the whole day. And that's why it took whole day for Mother Jasoda to bind Krishna. And when the Vibhuti Shakti was defeated by the argument of Kripa Shakti, then Krishna desired, let me be bound by Mother Jasoda. So Prabhupada explains, even if someone is a pure devotee, he cannot bind Krishna unless and until Krishna desires to be bound. That is the principle. So, two fingers represent two things. One finger represents our endeavor, and second finger represents Krishna's mercy. When these two things are combined, then Krishna can be bound. Rupa Goswami explains pure devotional service is Sudurlava. Sudurlava means very, very rare. And he explains two reasons for that. One reason is that pure devotional service cannot be obtained by our own endeavor, and Krishna doesn't want to give it. Why? Krishna doesn't want to give it? Because if Krishna gives, he will be bound. Who wants to be bound? That's why it is very, very rare. So how to get pure devotional service? Only by the causeless mercy of the pure devotees. That is the process. So Krishna was bound not by rope. Krishna cannot be bound by rope. Krishna was bound by rope of love of Mother Jasoda. So we need to develop love in order to bind Krishna in our heart. So therefore, lesson to be learned, in order to bind Krishna, we have to develop love for Krishna. And how we can develop love for Krishna? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunay Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Karaha Uday. In order to attain love of Godhead, we have to hear about Krishna. And Prabhupada used to encourage us to hear Krishna Katha attentively, with full attention, with rapt attention. Then we can slowly and steadily awaken love of Godhead in our heart. And when we attain love of Godhead in our heart, then Krishna is captured in our heart. And that is the success of our spiritual journey. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. If anybody has any question, comment, reflections. Hare Krishna. Time is already up. We have to quickly do it. Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your nice class. So you have said that in spiritual world there is also Mangalarati. So can you please?
What?
In the spiritual world there is also Mangalarati. You said in this class.
Yeah, Maharaj Jasoda is doing Mangalarati.
So can you elaborate give description?
I heard and read that the gopis, after finishing rasa dance, they conclude the rasa dance by offering Mangalarati to Krishna, then they go back to their houses. And Krishna never sleeps, and his devotees also don't sleep. Prabhupada said, pure devotee never sleeps. Why? Because Krishna never sleeps. Daytime with the gopas, night time with the gopis. Mahaprabhu also never sleeps. Daytime, Harinam Sankirtan on the street, night time in the Srivasangan. Lord Jagannath never sleeps. So this is the system. And how to reciprocate with Krishna? We should reduce our sleep. Prabhupada said, symptom of advancement in Krishna consciousness is we reduce our sleep, we reduce our eating. This is a symptom, one of the symptoms of advancement in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
You are not happy with the news that Mangalarati is there?
Maharaj, we usually chant Guru Vastakam in Mangalarati. So what gopis would chant?
Prabhupada said, if you know everything here, then what you will know there? Prabhupada said, go there and see what they sing. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Maharaj.
Okay. Yeah, quickly.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, you were telling that Mahaprabhu used to listen Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit for 3 hours. I think it is mentioned that he heard the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj hundreds of times. If Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani, why he was not listening to 10th canto instead of Prahlad section in 7th canto?
Daytime Prahlad Charitra, night time Radha Charitra. Night time confidential hearing with Sarup Damodar and Rai Ramananda in his own quarters at Gambhira. When public hearing, Prahlad Charitra and Dhruva Charitra. So we should not discuss publicly about the gopis' love for Krishna. That should be done in confidential association. Okay? Hare Krishna. That's it.
Thank you, Maharaj, for a wonderful class. You mentioned that 3 hours of sadhana is very important for us, for hearing. And I wanted to ask, in today's fast-paced world, where parents have to take care of children, so many demands on their own time, etc., how we can manage 3 hours apart from all the other things we are doing?
So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a busy man. He was a magistrate during British rule, and he told that we have to balance our life by distributing the time also in a balanced way. He said 8 hours for the body, 8 hours for the soul, and 8 hours for our duties. But by hearing that, people of the modern era, they think it's very impractical, because they have duty to perform for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. By that we can understand our life in the modern era is very, very imbalanced. That's why our body is becoming imbalanced, our mind is becoming imbalanced because of our imbalanced life. So Krishna recommends a balanced life. Yukta hara viharasya, yukta chastasya karmasu, yukta. The difficulty how you can progress in Krishna consciousness. It's not an easy process, it's a simple process, but difficulties have to be accepted. That is known as austerity, tapasya. If you don't do tapasya, then what we can expect in our journey? So whatever best possible should be done. I think many all over the world are able to manage 3 hours. If you cannot manage 3 hours, I don't know what I can say, but I think we have time, we have to find it by the expert guidance of the expert devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, I have another program at 9:15, okay. Huh? Yeah. Yes. Very nice. Yeah. Magic figure.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, you told about Chinta and Chitta. In that connection, I had one question, like we have this word called burnout. Like doing services for Krishna, he has anxiety for Krishna, but when it, then sometimes it happens that he says, I am burnout. Or, so when does this seva becomes like burnout's condition? Means how to stop it, or when it becomes?
One is material anxiety, other is spiritual anxiety. We cannot have anxiety-free life in this world. Prabhupada said spiritually is the anxiety. The Brajavasis were also in anxiety, but their anxiety was connected with Krishna. But our anxiety is connected with ourselves. Krishna consciousness means keeping Krishna in the center, and material existence means keeping I as a center. So anxiety centered around I is material anxiety. When anxiety is for Krishna, that is spiritual anxiety. So Prabhupada said our parampara is also the parampara of anxiety. Mahaprabhu took anxiety, how to distribute love of Godhead. Our acharyas took anxiety to how to distribute love of Godhead. Prabhupada took anxiety, left Vrindavan to distribute that love of Godhead all over the world. So we cannot have anxiety-free life, but we have to spiritualize the material anxiety. Okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.